Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I am doing great. How about you? Did you have a good day yesterday?
Doing good. I had a great day yesterday, man. I have a great day every day,
Excellent.
seems like. But yesterday was a good day. It was awesome. You know, me and my wife started watching, by the way. We started watching Presumed Innocent. It's a really good show, man. So I thought about you yesterday as we watched our first
Oh,
few
yeah.
episodes. Pretty nice.
Yes,
Yeah, yes, very nice.
yes.
Very nice.
It's good. Let
Um,
me know when you get to
but
the
then,
end. We can talk about it. So.
did you get to that? Did you finish it already?
Oh, yeah. We definitely finished that
Okay,
up. So.
okay. All right, so no spoilers, but yeah, we'll definitely be getting through it quickly because we planned for one episode, and man, it gets you hooked. You want the next one right away, so it's a good one.
Mm.
All right,
Mm.
so yeah, we'll definitely be catching up on that. Friends over on YouTube, good morning to all you on there. Thank you for joining us this morning over in our chat as well. Good morning to you. Glad to see all you guys here today. So let's get started, guys. Quick look at our gappers list this morning, and we have a lot on both sides actually today. On the gap up, we got a bunch of tickers on here. DJT continues, guys, up 20% now. I mean, this thing is on a roll. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, also, I see a few of them on deck as well. Between and yeah, let me refresh my camera. It looks like every time I open up chat, my camera just freezes for a second, and all I gotta do is reset it and it'll come.
Oh, then we lose your sound.
You did lose my sound because when you reset, you gotta unmute the camera. There you go. All right, we are back,
All
ready
right.
to rock here. So, yeah, a couple of things on the green side this morning, and a bunch on the red too. So we'll take a look at some of these. I believe we might have some earnings. I see some big companies here like PayPal, McDonald's on the gap down, some big digits. So yeah, can't wait to dive into it. But before we do that, Peter, what is the latest and greatest for today U.S. economy calendar?
Yeah, we actually have a few things on the calendar. So we had a slow day yesterday, but things are starting to pick up as we go through the week. Starting with, we've got the goods trade balance that just came out. Looks like exports exceeded imports by more than expected. It was expected that would be a $96 billion deficit. Came in at $108 billion deficit. So that shows that we imported, or the U.S. imported, a lot more than they exported. Not a surprise. It's always sort of around that number, but U.S. manufacturing, I guess, is lower than anticipated, or imports are higher. I guess, however you want to measure that. Later this morning, we do have a couple of things coming with the home price index coming out. We got consumer confidence at 10 and the job openings. Both of those could have some good market impact, especially with the markets being fairly sensitive, right? We are obviously heavy into the election cycle, and those could have a bigger impact than normal. So we'll let you know what those numbers are when they come out. But after 10 o'clock, then it'll be quiet for the rest of the day. So, and then we got more stuff coming tomorrow. If I look at the earnings calendar, ton of stuff, like pages and pages of earnings from this morning. So lots of stuff to talk about there. We'll give you a rundown on just some of the top ones. There's a few of them on the gappers, a few that aren't on the gappers, but we'll cover the key ones and any that, of course, you guys want to look at that I may not mention. So let's get going. Carlos.
All right, absolutely, friends. We'll definitely get going here. Looking at our gappers list, let's get started there. We're going to scroll this all the way to the top, and we got two low flows I can see right now. Starting with Lucy, LUCY. If we take a look at this, just start to get going. That's why I wasn't on here just a few minutes ago. But right now, almost 800,000 shares traded. We are up almost 100% at the moment. So from $6, this thing opened up, or at least not opened up, but pre-market around $6 all the way to 13.38 as of right now. So just started to get going. Peter, not sure if we have any news on this yet, as it just happened. but worth taking a look at and kind of see how this thing develops. This is a low flow sitting at let's take a look here, 32 million shares flow. So it's not that low, right?
Whoa.
Could have some potentials, Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's big news, probably because it's um, AI sort of related. So this is an eyewear company, and they have released the first ANSI certified smart safety glasses for all day wear. So basically, these are I don't know. I mean, they're glasses, but I guess big in the safety guidelines. It's hard to get them to the ANSI standards for protective eyewear, right? In tough environments, and apparently they can connect to your other devices if you want them to. So, which I could see that having an applicability. We were playing with these years and years ago. What? Sorry, Chris just posted a picture. I don't think they quite look like that. But anyways, we were playing with these in mining environments, because you can imagine when people are going in and you have mining equipment that are down, sometimes you get technicians that aren't on site. And if you had smart eyewear with both cameras and retinal display, you could actually then say, okay, look at this part, and you could actually circle the part, and the guy could go and like play with it and do what he needs to do, and you could like directly guide them on how to repair something. So big applicability. It's got this Lucy eyewear company moving higher this morning. Carlos, like you said, it's fairly, I mean, it's moving well. I mean, there's no argument. It's up like almost double its price. Closed at about $6 last night, or sorry, at the close of business yesterday. Up quite significantly. In fact, if you look, I mean, it's been higher. I'm looking back in May; it was up as high as, oh my goodness, almost $27. So, yeah, it has room to go if it really wants to. I guess we'll find out if it does. I mean, it's motoring right now.
It's
The
definitely on
float is
fire
low
at the
though.
moment, guys. We went from
On fire.
800 to 1.3 just while you were having that conversation there. So it's going. It's going. All right, I'm
It's
gonna
on
have it here on
fire.
my
Wait,
risky pile. Oh,
that was our
what?
secret code word. It's on fire. No, it's
Oh, I
going to
don't
the
think that's
moon.
It's
set
gone
up
to the
yet.
moon. I'll let you know when that's ready.
Yeah, it's not
Darn
ready
it.
yet.
Okay. Okay, not ready.
Okay,
Darn
there we
it. All
go.
right, never mind. Stay tuned, everybody.
You made me look bad, Peter.
Awesome.
No, sorry. I got excited.
I knew it
Sorry
wasn't ready.
about that. All right, my bad.
I love it.
Sorry.
All right, friends. Um, good times, good times. All
Everybody
right.
out there's probably wondering what the heck we're talking about.
What the
We've got
heck are
like
these
new
guys talking about?
graphics. We got new graphics and stuff coming. I was all excited.
They're in the
Thought
works.
maybe
Who?
I
we
did
had them
change
ready.
the sound for the garbage truck, so this is the new
You
version.
know, let's roll the garbage truck. Roll the garbage truck. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, he's even got a puddle sound.
Got the water
I like
splash.
it. That's perfect.
Okay,
Yeah. All right.
we're getting
Okay,
somewhere.
there
We
we
get
go.
excited about little things. All right.
Quick recovery
right.
from that little mishap there. If you're
But be
watching us
clear,
for the
that's
first
not
time and you're
Lucy.
wondering how,
Lucy's doing
yeah,
okay. Lucy actually looked pretty good this morning, so yeah, it might be worth watching and what could be fun. Low float though, high risk, right, on this bad boy. So let's see what it does.
yeah. 32 million shares traded. I was going to mention, if you're watching us for the first time and wondering how the hell they allowed us on YouTube, trust me, it's not always like this, but we do have some fun. So stick around. Here's a LUCY. Looking good this morning, guys. It is on fire, literally on fire, and it's doing well. So like it, going to put on a secondary. It's at 32 million. So again, it's a little bit on the lower side, so you got to be careful. But it's not like a 1.2 million, right? Where it's like straight gambling. So could be some opportunities there. I like this one today, and they actually have some news, right? Sometimes we see these low flow stocks moving with no news whatsoever. Let's take a look at BVFC this morning. These guys are up 20%, 309,000 shares traded. Not seeing a whole lot of volume on here, not a lot of movement in the pre-market. Big gap up though, so it's got to be hopefully some news behind this, Peter. Look, maybe
Yeah,
last night earnings. I see Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This was earnings after the close last night. We only see these guys when they have earnings. It's the only time they ever jump up on our list. They typically don't trade with good volume. I don't expect the follow through to be great this morning. They did have a sales beat. They beat their numbers, so they had a good quarter. And it's I don't know. Company reported well. Their earnings are up, but I don't think that the volume is going to continue through the day today. So not going to be on my list.
Yeah. Doesn't look too exciting. So we'll leave that one alone. Next on here, guys, DJT. I mean, this thing is just on a roll, my friends. Up 18%, 17 million shares traded. Hard to borrow this morning. It's just nonstop, man. Up nicely here. All of October has been great. Started end of September. You can see the trend change there. Increase in volume. October has been really nice as far as volume goes, and it continues, Peter. So again, as we get closer to we're exactly 1 week away from election day, and this thing is getting active and active as we get closer. Peter, anything else to add?
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like as the election cycle is ramping up, DJT is seeing the benefits. It's everybody's there's a lot of news and social media is talking about the rally that he had at Madison Square Gardens. A lot of he was throwing hand grenades all over the place. So it seems like the more noise that is made, the better DJT does. So yeah, it's like it's rocketing. I'm looking at it thinking I couldn't imagine holding this, but I do look at it and regret the fact that I didn't buy this when it was down at $12 and just say, let's just take a flyer on this, right? Because I mean, you'd have like 4 times your money right now. So, yeah, it would have been a good hold for the last month and a half, but and little to lose, frankly, when it got down that low. But anyways, hindsight is 2020. I didn't do anything with it. Now I'm looking at it thinking, I like intraday, Carlos. DJT. It's been better than I expected. I mean, the trading yesterday, if you sort of look at how it traded, it wasn't like a rip roaring barn burner, but it had a nice steady climb over the course of the day yesterday, and could have got some opportunity if you just traded with some patience. That's Friday you're looking at right there, and Friday had a good move up off the open and then held it, and then yesterday, yeah, it sort of just slow steady climb. So I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with absolutely watching this. Now, people are commenting that there aren't any shares for short, which is interesting because normally when a stock's on the way up, they don't mind having the shorts, but they seem to have eliminated them. There were shares for short yesterday, I'm pretty sure, when we looked at it. But yeah, right now it is
We
not
we had like
shortable.
70. Yeah, you're right. When it was kind
But
of dropping off a little bit yesterday, we had like 70,000 shares for sure, and
yeah.
we don't today. So very interesting.
Well, now, and probably not that surprising, right? I doubt this is heavily institutionally owned. If you're running a hedge fund or it's a big mutual fund or something, you're probably not throwing DJT in there, right? It's too volatile for those types of funds. Even with this growth, it looks great, but I mean, who knows? Right after election day, this thing could be back down to $12. So I think the risk is just too great for the big funds to hold it, and that's normally where you get your shortable inventory from, right? When they have big holdings, they're happy to make them available because they're planning to hold them over the long term, and therefore they can put them out there for short. So I'm thinking that just because of the way this is likely trading is what's limiting the shorts.
Yeah, could be, man. I'm with you there. I'm gonna have this on my list, guys. Looks good. 17 million
Mhm.
shares traded. That is awesome, and we're up 18%. I mean, this is great. This is great
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
hard to argue.
Next
It's
on the
moving.
list, yeah, LTBR this morning on our list today. This is garbage. This is garbage. Up 10%, 318,000. No, this is no good. I don't like the. Yeah, throw that thing. There's flash. I don't like it. It looks horrible. So we'll skip on it, Peter. Unless you have something to share on this LTB TBR Lightbridge, name of the company.
Light Bridge. Yeah, I don't really see significant news. There is an article out about their modeling studies. They're working with a couple of universities to do some modeling studies that showed good results, but I don't know. That doesn't feel very exciting to me. Like, it's not a new product. It's not a new contract. It's just they're doing stuff. All right, whatever. Yeah. So I don't like it.
Yeah, there it is. Rolling the truck on
And
that
we'll
one.
put the garbage again.
Uh,
All right. More another garbage truck.
Next
All
on
right.
the list, we have a couple of crypto coins here. We have Coin, we have Mara. Well, not a couple. We have almost all of them. Coin, Mara. I see Clean Spark. I thought I saw another one, but I guess the Iron's another one as well. So they're all here today, up more than yesterday. So they're gapping up nicely here. Yesterday they were okay, but they continue. They continue to move higher. Mara has a great daily. I do like this breakout that we're doing this morning. And then let's take a look at Coin. How's Coin doing? Coin, on the other hand, also breaking out of their daily. So both of them looking really good this morning. Slightly better volume than we saw yesterday. So, like Mara,
Yeah.
for example, 2.2 million. So I'm going to have that on my secondary this morning. I'm going to put Coin on there as well. Peter, anything on this sector as it continues to move higher?
Yeah, my phone was blowing up last night with Bitcoin over $70,000, and it was moving after hours last night. So 72,000 at the moment, or it just fell below 72,000, but it's right there. Big move. Normally these moves happen on the weekend, so that's a pretty big move for crypto, moving up $4,000 from about 68 to the 72 level. And like we were talking about, if you look at Bitcoin prices, this puts it in range. I like where it sits from a Bitcoin price at the highs that it set back in June and May, and like for earlier in the year, right? Basically, this is about where it capped out. Now, there's a little bit higher, went up to about 74,000 back in March. I'm just looking at the chart now for Bitcoin, but yeah, so it's going to move these. So whether you like Mara or Coin, like we always talk about, or Clean Spark, what is it? CLSK, whatever it is. It's watch whichever one you want, because it's definitely looks like it's in play today with that Bitcoin price going up.
Yeah, I like Mara, I like Coin this morning. I'm going to have those on deck, as you can see here. All right, let's head down the list. Let's see what else we have on here. We looked at LBTR. Here's HUT, as another Bitcoin play as well, up nicely also. Yeah, I'm going to stop here. Peter, let's take a look at some of the stuff you like in the gap down that maybe we haven't, sorry, gap up that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, I got a lot of earnings, but unfortunately, almost everything that had earnings seems to be gapping down this morning. The only thing on the gap up list I've got is Pfizer, PFE. They had earnings this morning. They are gapping up slightly, up 1%. They had a good quarter, beat their numbers top and bottom line, and raised their guidance. So they're thinking that they're going to be closing out the calendar year pretty well. That's sort of mid year from a fiscal year for them. But PFE going well this morning. Surprising volume, not a lot of action, but a little over 10 million shares traded. So great volume here this morning on Pfizer. But I'm looking at like yesterday how it traded. It was disgusting how it traded yesterday. So maybe today will be better. But I think we've got better things to watch probably on this one. So just letting you know that it had earnings, but probably not going to make my list. I think we just have too much other stuff to look at. We've talked about crypto. I guess if we're talking crypto, and what's moving there, I do need to mention MicroStrategy, MSTR, also gapping up this morning. Like we talked about, the whole sector is moving up. I see it's sort of gone down a little bit, but I mean, if you look at this daily, this thing it's on fire. It's going to the moon. It's gapping up above its all-time highs. And, Jared was doing some analysis of this late last week. We were talking about it. And, based on that, it's got a lot of room to the upside potentially if Bitcoin prices continue to go higher. Remember, they've decided they were going to try and be a Bitcoin bank, so they've sort of bought a lot of Bitcoin and they're holding on to it. So as it grows, the valuation of this company and the potential valuation of what it could be for them goes up as well. So, MSTR has been a good one to be in play recently. So might be worth watching if you like the sector, if you like the stock.
Yeah, absolutely. MSTR looking good here. Got some great volume, also up 4.4. Yeah, I'll add this to my list. Not the easiest stock to trade, but it is definitely in play this morning. All right, friends. One more before we get to our gap down. I saw Baba on here. Let's take a look quickly what's going on. Baba does have good volume today. So we are up 2.1, 1.8 million shares traded. They have been trading pretty well end of September into October. Then they kind of died down mid-October. Didn't really do much after the big push. But today, the volume looks good. So I'm a fan of Baba. I'm going to put it on here. The ticker, I'm not the actual company, but I'm going to put them here on my secondary list. I'll keep a close eye to see if anything good comes out of that. All right, let's take a look what's
Yeah. So
capping down this. Yeah, go ahead.
just just on Bubba, there is a little news on it. We talked about Amazon Prime days. We're used to that in North America. If you're in Asia, then you might take advantage of. Bubba has their. It always seems odd, but they have what they call Singles Day. Singles Day was meant for people who, I guess, are sad and because they're not in a relationship, so they should go buy things. Singles Day. Anyways, Singles Day is actually it's a couple of week event, and we're just seeing some of the reporting. It started October 14th, and I think it goes to the end of the month. I don't actually know how long the period is, but we're starting to see some sales reporting, and apparently they're seeing significant growth in a lot of their sales demand on designer toys and pet products. I guess those are the things that singles buy. I don't know. If you're single out there, let me know. Do you then obsess about your pet and buy designer toys? Seems a little creepy, but
Well,
don't let me
you
be a
need to find
judge.
something to spend your money on. So yeah, I can see
I,
that. I
I
can see
guess
that.
I guess so. All right. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, apparently those are the product categories that have big demands for Alibaba and their Singles Day stuff. So there you go. Anyways, that's I think that reporting coming out is probably what's pushing it higher.
All right, there we go. All right, friends, capping down this morning. TMDX leading the way. They're down 24%, 361,000 shares traded. For the most part, looks messy, man. Transmedic. So I'm not sure what this is. Looks like earnings last night, Peter. Big drop after the close. But again, I just don't like the way this ticker looks at all.
Yeah, they had earnings after the close. They missed their numbers, a pretty big miss actually. So on their Q3 earnings, and it's dropping them. Like you said, I don't like the look of this. I mean, it's a great drop, and it looks like somebody's probably getting fired over there. But yeah, not a thing that I think we're going to have an opportunity to trade. The volume's pretty low at only 360,000. So I think we can bin this. Let's truck it.
Truck this
There it is.
TMDX. All right, here we
There
go.
you go.
All right, friends. Next, CROX. CROX on here. Crocs is down, guys. 13.4. Have you seen? And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but have you seen the new Crocs? It looks like some kind of space shoe. I was in the train in New York and I saw this thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? Peter, me and you
Yeah,
got to get a
yeah.
pair. We,
They came out about a
yeah.
year ago, and yeah, they're very angular, right? They're like the Lamborghini of shoes. They're very. That's what they always make me think of when I've seen them. If you're talking about the same ones,
I
but it
think we are.
apparently
I think
hasn't
we
helped
are.
them.
But
Coming out with those new
yeah.
shoes has not helped them because it looks like they missed their numbers. So this is an earnings play. They had earnings this morning, and they actually beat in the short-term quarter, but their sales are down. So they announced they were going to be down. They sort of forecast that, and then they sort of just beat their numbers, but not enough to increase sales, which is I think got the market a little bit disappointed. They were hoping that they would actually beat their numbers, and they lowered their full year guidance. So whenever you lower your guidance, that's usually what brings them down. This is one of those companies I talk about them all the time, right? WD-40 is one. Crocs is another one that it shocks me that it's independent. Like it feels like somebody would have bought this up years ago, and it would be rolled into some other shoe manufacturer. But apparently, if you're selling the foam rubber shoes, you're your own cat, man. You're just doing your own thing. So
Yeah. All right, let's go. This could trade well today. Normally it does not, but man, this drop is decent. Volume is hopefully gets a little bit better. I'm gonna put in a secondary, but again, they're hit or miss, man. You just never know how well they're going to get. They need to get volume right now. They have a little bit, 300,000. Hopefully more comes in. But if you look at their daily, there's no volume at all on this stock. So hopefully today we'll get something out of it. But again, not putting all my chips on that one. Here's fun. It is down 11.2. Again, continues to drop here. 2.6 million shares traded. Unfortunately for us at Interactive Brokers, we do not have shares for short on this thing. So that's no fun for us. We'll leave that alone. It is in play, but again, it just looks like losing some track here after hitting what was almost 15, 14.59. So, but yeah, so not gonna have it on my list. Peter, anything to add on this one?
No, nothing new on it.
All right. We'll move over to DQ. It's also made our list a couple of times here, gapping up. Today, they're giving some of that back, down 10%, 464,000 shares traded. Didn't really watch it yesterday, but you can see here with light volume, they managed to still get a nice little breakout here at the market open. But again, for the way I trade, this is difficult for me to trust in this type of move here. So I expect the same today. I actually expect for it to get worse and lose more volume. This is kind of like a one time thing where you get the splurge of volume here. Then it just goes back to the regular trading where they're just not getting any more volume unless some news or something else comes out here. But I'm not liking it this morning, Peter. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I don't like it either. I mean, there's really not any news on it, or and not many people following it. So it's a Chinese solar company, as far as I could tell. But yeah, not nothing I would look at. We got better topic or better targets out there. You've muted yourself, Carlos.
I did mute myself. There we go. JKS here, guys, on the list. It is down 6.5, 371,000 shares traded. And again, just I don't like this one. We've seen it before being in our gap up list or down. I'm not a big fan. Yes, they had a great move. You can see here from 24 to 28. But again, having a great move and it meeting my criteria for my 5-minute RB are two different things, right? So Peter, I don't like it. Yourself?
These are Yeah, there might be something going on with the solar sector in China, because this is the second solar company, right? We just talked about here, but I still don't like it. But and I don't see any news, but it's interesting that these are both down this morning. So I guess solar panels are not selling very well in China at the moment, or at least the perception of the value of the company is lower. So, but yeah, I'll be staying
Yeah.
away from it.
Okay. I'll do the same here, guys. Don't like it. And yeah, I mean, there's a bunch on the gap down list, but a lot of it looks like crap here. So I'm not gonna go through everything. Let's look at American Airlines and McDonald's, and then from there, Peter, I'm gonna give it to you to kind of go over anything that might have some interesting stuff happening on this list or not on this list. American Airlines down 2.2, 466,000 shares traded, so down a little bit from yesterday's move, but very little volume. 466 is not a lot for American Airlines. They normally do plenty of volume when they're going to be active in the pre-market. Um, Still could be interesting here as they're dropping, but again, just more of a secondary at the moment. Peter, anything on American Airlines?
There's nothing new really. We talked about them yesterday. Feels like this is just a drop off after the gap up that it had yesterday. It looks like it's pulling back to the level that it came from last week. So, but I don't see any news on it other than the CEO reiterating his confidence and their ability to get it done on their turnaround plan. So the fact that they have a turnaround plan is never good, but they're talking about that, and they're not alone about that. In that, there's a couple of airlines, Southwest as well, is also sort of executing a turnaround. I don't know exactly what that means. Like, what's a when you've been running a company this long, like American Airlines has been around forever. What are you turning around? But in any event, sometimes you just need to do these things. I remember we did it in company I worked for, just to really keep give us a little bit of time, right, to execute some strategies. We weren't actually doing anything different inside the company. We were all saying we're not really doing anything different. We're just putting more lipstick on the pig here. So, but anyways, whatever. American Airlines probably not hugely in play. I won't have it on my primary list today.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look here, friends. What else we got going on? Let's take a look at that's American Airlines, and the other one was McDonald's. Okay, that's what I was looking for. It was here on the list, and then it disappeared. So we'll just pull it up here. MCD, it disappeared because it's going back and forth between down 2% or not. So 671,000 shares traded. A lot of movement this morning, Peter, after their big gap down just a few days ago. What's the latest and greatest?
Well, they did have earnings, and they actually had a good quarter, so they beat their numbers. However, you got to remember that that's reporting what happened last quarter. Right now, they're still in trouble, so they still have problems. The CDC is making more comments about the illnesses, if you remember, that happened in the U.S. sort of northwest. And they're saying that it looks like the problem is a lot bigger than has been reported. There's probably a lot of people that got sick that just didn't, but not sick enough to go to the hospital. So they're thinking it's a little more widespread than reported, and that's okay. Never good for their future sales, I guess. Right? I know I'm not going out to buy me a quarter pounder at the moment. So it's just one of those things that they've got to worry about. In addition, in the last quarter, while they beat their numbers, their same store sales, which is big when you're running retail or restaurant chains, everybody looks at same store sales, and that number was down. For McDonald's, so yeah, they've got a couple of problems going on. International sales, by the way, were also down a little bit. So yeah, I think McDonald's has an ability to sort of recover from these things, but it's definitely gapping down this morning. Probably going to be in play, but I usually find it fairly hard to trade. It is a NYSE stock, which means it trades a little bit differently than you may be used to on the Nasdaq if you watch those types of stocks. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I got lots of different targets here. So just I'll be watching it, but not that closely.
Yeah, same here. All right, let's stop here, Peter. Anything else in as far as earnings gapping down that you want to go over? And then, guys, get your tickets ready in both chats. We're going to be looking at what you guys like this morning.
Yeah, so a bunch that are gapping down, but either not enough to get on our list or not enough volume to make our list. All right, starting with earnings from last night, Ford reported. F is their ticker. They beat their number in the quarter, so they actually had a good quarter, but lowered their guidance. So that's got them gapping down marginally this morning. And then for earnings today, we had a whole bunch of them. Let's start with PayPal. PYPL. PayPal had earnings, very mixed quarter. They missed revenue, but beat bottom line. And actually, they provided a low revenue guidance going forward. So that lowered revenue guidance is most likely what's going to hold them down or keep them down, if at all, this morning. But I mean, they're only down by not that much. They're down by what, like, less than 1%. 77 cents here, but I think they'll probably be in play. 3.8 million shares already traded on that. BP, we've been talking about this sector, oil and gas, with crude oil prices taking a slide. They had earnings this morning, mixed quarter for them as well. They missed on revenue and beat on earnings. Just like PayPal did, but they are gapping down marginally this morning. They're down about 3% on low volume. So again, dual traded stock, not the best target to trade, but thought I'd let you know. RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. So one of the three shipping, cruise companies, I guess we talk about, actually had a good quarter. They beat their numbers, but the market doesn't seem to be happy about that. I didn't actually see any reporting to say that they were struggling in any other way. This typically is pretty low volume. You can see there's under 100,000 shares this morning, but they did beat their number. I think they are forecasting for the next quarter that they're going to see slightly lower revenues. It's within target range, but slightly lower revenues because they're saying that the hurricane season is having an impact on, expecting to have impact on their profitability. So they increased their guidance, but did warn on revenue at the same time. So very mixed picture. Anyways, so that's Royal Caribbean. Sticking with travel for a second, JetBlue had earnings. JBLU, ticker on that one. They're gapping down marginally this morning on pretty good volume, actually, about 1 million shares. They beat their quarter, so they did have a decent quarter. But these airline stocks are sometimes tough to trade. Their full year revenue guidance is lower than analysts were hoping for. So again, it's usually all on the guidance, right? So JetBlue said, yeah, we think our revenue is going to be at the low end of forecast, and that's what's pushing them down. The last one that I'll mention is MSCI. Slightly different sector here, financial services type sector. MSCI had earnings and beat their numbers in the quarter, but virtually no volume here this morning and gapping down marginally. So that's I mean, again, there's a ton more. Like, the earnings were pages and pages long. I was just trying to pick sort of the highlights for you. If you've got others that you want to look at, let us know and we could bring them up on the list. But we're sort of heavy into the season right now, so we got a lot of stuff that's reporting, and we got stuff that's going to be reporting after the close today, and then of course through the rest of this week. So we'll let you know as they happen. I'll just pick one up that I see the guy is mentioning in the chat room. Boeing is moving again this morning, continuing to gap down here. Not a surprise, right? There's nothing new on the news front. I mean, it's just the bad news continues. People want some good news against this. Remember yesterday we're talking about that they apparently are looking at two things. One, they were issuing a secondary offering that was expected to be around $19 billion of cash they're looking to raise. They've upped that a little bit. Now they're looking at about $21 billion. So again, further dilution of the current stock. And then they've said that they're potentially going to sell their space division sector, anyways, their space business, but nothing new on that. So I'm thinking, again, I don't understand who the buyer would be. It doesn't feel like there'd be anybody out there. So interesting that they're floating that. I expect that to be quiet for a while, because I doubt there's going to be a lot of people stepping up to take that off their hands at an attractive price. So that's the news that I've got. So if you guys have other things you want to take a look at, let us know. We'll start scanning.
Yep, absolutely, friends. Let's take a look at both chats here. Looking to see what you guys like this morning. So we'll start here. DJT. Yes, DJT is the new meme stock, no question. Puppet Master is saying that here is the new GameStop for sure. PayPal up and down. We did take a look at, and did I add it on my list? I didn't, but I think it's worth adding. It's got great volume. Peter mentioned this already. Yeah, I could add this to my list. It is in play today. Great volume, down 2% right now. Look at the range so far, as high as was his 86, as low as 73. So yeah, getting a nice range this morning out of PayPal. Let's see how that looks at the market open. So definitely play, going to be adding that one. Will Deal is giving us OKLO. I have not looked at this much or been a big fan of the way it trades, so I've been keeping it off my list, but it is in play, man. It is down here, 3.7, 848,000 shares traded. So, and we do have shares for short, 300,000. So that's that's okay. Yeah, it's in play. I will add this to the list. Let's take a look on how it traded yesterday. This was the action. Took a bit to get going, but once it did, look at the move here at 10 o'clock,
Wow,
all the
good
way
move.
up to to 24. It's a $4+ move there. So yeah, that's nice. I'm on the fence on it. I'll add it now. Might not stay there as we continue to kind of fine tune this list. All right. What else, friends? AMD. You mentioned by our good buddy Rafsilla. AMD right now we are up 1.1, 800,000 shares traded. I have not looked at AMD. I think we looked at it once in the last 2 months or so. Maybe a little more than that. But AMD is on here. Yeah, they're moving. They got some volume. Peter, any news on the semis, or just overall semi activity that we're seeing here?
Yeah, I don't really see anything new. I was waiting to see if we were going to get some announcements about. Remember the chip error that we talked about from Taiwan Semiconductor?
Yeah.
How they found some chips in some Huawei products that weren't supposed to be there. I haven't heard anything more on that, so I don't know what that's going to mean longer term. But TSM seems to have recovered. Like, it didn't really drop that far. In fact, it didn't even get to the through the gap that it set. You can see back there, middle of October. So yeah, it's pretty quiet in the moment, anyways, in the semiconductor sector.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a look at AMD. So yeah, AMD earnings after hours tonight, so will be in play today for sure. And then of course tomorrow we'll be watching this with earnings. So there it is. As far as maybe on a secondary today, That's all I could think of. And I'm gonna fine tune this secondary. I got way too much tickers on there. All right, friends. What else? Let's take a look at Tesla, of course. Let's take a look at Tesla. Always fun to watch this one. And today's probably gonna be no different. 1.5 million shares traded as we're moving slightly higher this morning. But Tesla's always great to look at. So I'm gonna add that to the list here. Tesla 1.5 and up slightly, trying to hold the gains that we had recently on here. Andrew, laptop giveaway if we get to 600 likes, my friend. So Andrew's in chat. He's going to be trading live with you guys a little bit later. So make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Where are we sitting at today? Let's take a quick look here as we get our ad for our day. It's a political ad, I bet. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Very strange. All I get is political ads. 143. We can definitely do better than that, guys. Oh, it is a political ad. It's like, all right, friends, help us here. We can get better than that. 156. I hit the like button as well myself, so we are all set to go. So yeah, thumbs up there, guys. 600 likes gets you guys into a laptop giveaway today, so that should be fun. All right, going back to stocks, AMD. Okay, secondary PFE. We talked about that one. I'm not gonna have it on my list, but if you do, it is in play today. But PFE is okay for me. I don't usually trade that very well, so gonna keep it off that list, but it is in play if you do like it this morning. All right, friends, let's stop here. Peter, take it away on announcements and what's happening for tonight.
All right, it's Tuesday, which means that we've got our strategy sessions, and John is going to be taking over tonight, talking about all the lessons we've learned from those that have gone through our boot camp with peak capital trading. A lot of good lessons from that because people have been focusing on their trading there, and as we put them through the course, there's a lot of commonality we see in things. So, you know, if nothing else, you might want to join tonight. Just understand you're probably not alone. We've seen all of the challenges that you faced. There's others that have been through it before you, and let's learn what you can do about it and how to manage that. John's going to be talking through that tonight. That's at 8 o'clock in the webinar room for all of our elite members, so hopefully you'll join him there for that. Next week, Jared is going to be taking over, talking about the Spot Gamma tool and how you can leverage that. It's one that we showcased in the room a little while ago, and one that Jared's been using to and getting more familiar with over the last little while. So he's going to share what he's learned. You can see if it's something you might want to add to your portfolio. That's in November the 5th at 8 p.m. So that's what we've got for our webinars. If you want information on the markets anytime, you can always go to tradingterminal.com. It's the place to go to get information and updates. All these earnings that we're talking about, if you want to find out what's coming up, click the calendar. It'll tell you what's upcoming and what you should be ready for, because we're very busy with all of the earnings that are happening this week, let alone some of the economic events that are announced right in the middle of the page there, so you can see what's coming and what's happening. And if you want to join us at Bearable Traders and trade live with us all day, I mean, we trade for you YouTube here in the morning for about an hour after the market open. But we are live all day in the chat room. You can join us. Right now, we've got one of our best deals of the year. Halloween sale is on. You get 50% off the Elite Annual, bringing it down to $11.99. So that's for a full year access. Gives you access to all of our educational material, the chat room for every day that we're open, which is every day the market's open. And you can join us here. Use the code SPOOKY50 when you get to the checkout, and you will get that discount. Otherwise, you could always use the intro offer, which again, you can only use once, but you can get it for just $1. We want you to check it out, right? Try it. Kick the tires a little bit. See if this is the community for you. We're confident you're going to like what you see, and then join us in the chat room, whether you go monthly or take that Elite Annual deal. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. All right, Carlos, let's set some levels. Then we can talk about what our moderators are looking at. Then we'll get to live trading.
Yep. Absolutely. Looking at Crocs now, looking to make a new low. The profit margin on this thing, by the way, has to be incredible. This is plastic. This is plastic, right? It's rubber, whatever it is the profit margin has to be insane. So, yeah, I mean, $70 for this thing here, and they probably cost $5 to make. That is great business, man. We need to open up a business like that, me and you, Peter. But Crocs is somehow that's not working for them. They're new low right now. I do like the way they're moving today. I am going to move them up. I think they're heavily in play. I'm going to move them up to my main list here. Let's get to some levels, but I want to fine tune this list because it's too long. I got DJT is good. MSTR is great dropping here. PayPal, man, they're all good. PayPal is good. OKLO is good, but I'm not a great fan of that one or a great trader. So I'm going to move that off my list, kind of fine tune it a little bit better. And Tesla and Crocs are here to stay. So that's good. All right, let's start with DJT, friends. This thing on fire. High of the pre-market right now is going to be 57.50. So we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we do have 48.51. Looks really good there. And towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. And we have been higher. We have hung out here before back in April, May, and June. So if we go to that time frame, we do have a nice level over at a 52.44. And then right over here as well, just around a 54.93 is worth marking down. You can see that in the morning right now. We're kind of flirting around that area. Above our pre-market high, in case we do get going here. If you guys remember back in March, we had a huge pop over to 61 and all the way up to 69.88. So we'll mark those 2 levels above the pre-market high in case we are going to see a move higher. This thing is just on fire lately. MSTR, as you can see here, friends, high of the pre-market, we're sitting at 270.83. So we'll slam one there. And then the low of the pre-market is just being created right now. But there is a level here I want to mark down, 264.82. We'll keep that there just in case. And the new low of the pre-market continues to be made here at 263.20. Towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. And I believe we're sitting at all-time highs on this thing, right? Yeah, this is all-time highs. It is on fire. So let's see how this looks. Good volume this morning. Great activity so far in the pre-market. Should be a good one. PayPal is just at the moment kind of stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Towards the top, just mark down the high of the pre-market for right now, 85.94. And then towards the bottom, we do have this great daily level at 80.15. And then slightly below that, we have one at a 78.73. And then the low of the pre-market all the way down there, 73.20. So let's see what PayPal does. It has good volume, down 2.5. So a lot of great movement in the pre-market. Looking forward to see how that one opens when the bell rings here. Tesla, for the most part, we've seen much better pre-market activity, but it is Tesla. How can we not watch it? 263.49 is the high of the pre-market. Your low is going to be down at 260.75. And once you mark those 2, you're pretty much done setting levels. If you look at this previous day close, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, doing an amazing job. You do not need to add anything else. Look at Crocs, man. Did I offend it? Are we dropping the stock by talking bad about their shoe here? It continues to go lower. So a couple of things. I'm going to mark down this.
I gotta say, man, I've got some Crocs that sit in my garage that I just slip on whenever I go into the garage, and I've got no complaints. I mean, they've been in there for like 20 years, and
Yeah,
they're
nice,
all
man. No,
they're
I'm
all
not.
good.
I'm definitely not knocking them. My daughter
My
has a couple of pair of this, and she
my
loves them.
my daughter and her boyfriend, my youngest, they love their Crocs. They're wearing them all the time. So I guess they're cooler than I am. So I guess it's what
Yeah.
you can do.
I want for
You're,
Vancouver, Peter. Can you bring them? Can you? I want you to buy these and wear. Let's both wear them in the Vancouver meetup that's coming up. While we're setting
yeah,
up, I think it'll be nice and get some charms, some BBT
yeah. That's,
charms on here. Dude, we'll be
oh
rocking.
yeah.
We'll be rocking. Yeah, let's do that.
We
All
should sell
right.
All
some
right.
BBT Crocs.
Charms,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
or the
branded.
charms. Get the charms to add them on there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. John
Uh,
was looking to try and get some earlier, so we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. John is good at that. Love the pre-market, guys. It continues here, but I'm gonna mark down 11. Sorry, 112.69 is good, and then we'll see how low this can go, man. This thing is just continues to drop. You're seeing a lot of weakness, breaking a lot of support levels we had in the recent past. So we are. This might be. Yeah, we're definitely dropping quite a bit. 108.71 is a good one, and then towards the bottom, 108, 104.95. So you're pretty set here focusing on the downside of things when it comes to Crocs right now. So, all right, let's stop here. We're just going to take you to what our team is watching this morning. Then Andrew and Pierre. Is Pierre joining us today for live trading?
It is Pierre.
Peter?
Yeah,
Pierre,
I think
okay,
so.
excellent. They're going to take you through the market open. Friends, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Remember, 600 likes gets us a laptop giveaway today when Andrew comes on. So, yeah, let's make that happen. All right, Peter, take it away.
Okay, our moderators are getting their lists in. Starting with Thor, he is in first today. He's going to be watching some of the usuals in Tesla and Nvidia. Also going to keep an eye on Boeing and, of course, the market overall, like he always does. Pierre is going to be watching Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Google, and Boeing. Megan's looking at Tesla, Google, and PayPal. Mike is watching just Tesla and PayPal. Andrew is going to be watching DJT, and why not? It's been moving like crazy. AMD, Tesla, and Nvidia. Phil's going to be watching Nvidia, Tesla, DJT, and PayPal. I've got 2 IPOs to tell you about if and when they open, so I'll let you know when that happens. We also then have Avi, who's going to be watching Tesla, AMD, and Google. I'm going to be watching AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, McDonald's, Pfizer, PayPal. I mean, I think I want to keep an eye on DJT. Lucy's was moving like fun. I don't know. Maybe the fun's over. There's a lot of stuff to focus on. So I'm going to have to figure it out over the next 10 minutes as we go towards the open. So, and then, of course, like we said, live trading with Andrew and Pierre. They're getting themselves ready. They're doing their hair. They're getting all pretty for us. So they'll be on momentarily as we get rocking and rolling for this day. I see Pierre's here. Look at this. He's wearing a funky shirt today. What does your shirt say?
Hey, afecto in Spanish.
Afecto. Okay. All right. Excellent. So you didn't get the memo. It's it's okay. You and Carlos are doing light shirt day, and then Andrew and I are doing dark shirt day. There you go. So
Good balance there.
Good balance.
How are you guys doing?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning,
How are
Andrew.
you,
How are you?
Andrew?
Good morning. I got a tattoo, guys, by the way, yesterday.
I was just going to ask you. I thought I saw a tattoo on your arm. Is that permanent?
First
What is that?
tattoo. It's
Yeah?
well, the design is not complete. I have to go again. It's something that reminds me of the 7 summits that I did. There are 7 eyes and the mountain in the middle, and then there's something like a Buddha sitting in the middle. So when finishes, I'm gonna show you.
Wow.
It's not
Okay.
Very nice.
How was it?
Yeah,
How was
nice,
the
very
pain?
nice.
It was okay. It was like somebody you have that here, like scratching really bad on your skin, but it was not painful. But
Yeah.
it was just God, yeah. It was just
Yeah. Some part is bad, like on the bones. Oof. Like for me, this
yeah.
part here was terrible.
Oh really? Oh shit, yeah. Well, yeah. What I want to get, I'm badass. I have a Lambo. I have a tattoo. I don't know.
All right. You go do you.
Come on,
All right,
Peter.
guys. Trade smart today.
You gotta get one too.
Huh? No.
You gotta get one
no.
too.
He
Peter.
has one in his lower back. That's an AMD in the lower back.
Yeah,
Peter has one
that's
already.
right.
Take care, guys.
I think they
That's
call
right.
that
Stay
a
safe.
tramp stamp.
More, no more. Yeah. No. Hey,
All right.
it's my
So
love.
next
symbol.
year when you come to
All right,
Vancouver,
guys.
we're gonna get
Trade
it
smart.
for you.
Later. You're gonna have to
All
ply
right.
me with a lot of alcohol to make that happen.
All right.
later.
So I am sharing my webcam.
Yeah, I'll share my screen in the chat room as well.
Perfecto. How's the chat room doing, guys? How are you doing? I'm getting a BBT tattoo. I like that. I like that. All right. So McDonald is actually coming back to the green, huh? McDonald had the earning. That was interesting. DJT is selling off really bad. Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, DGT is dropping and it looks like it's not shortable today. So you can only play
I don't
it
have
long.
the shares for short. No,
Mhm.
I don't have the shares for short. What are you watching here?
Similar watch list as yesterday. I have Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. I'm also going to watch Google. They have earnings tonight. So it could be interesting. I know
Yeah.
AMD also have earnings tonight. And other than that, I think MSTR, I have MSTR, BA as a secondary. There's a lot of volume on BA this morning, so could be interesting. It's still selling off, so we'll see.
MSTR is interesting. SoFi was up and now it's down. Huh. Wow, SoFi is crazy. SoFi is interesting too. The volume, I'm actually adding SoFi as well. There's so much to see, not enough screen. SoFi,
Yeah, a lot of volume on SoFi.
DJT.
Wow.
Tesla is also interesting, 263. Yeah, there's a lot to watch. The problem with Nvidia is Nvidia has been flat. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Like again, Nvidia when it's in sidebar between these two, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it.
The interesting thing I see though on the daily chart is if you look like it's going sideways for the past couple of days, but every time it went back to the 9 moving average, it bounced.
Well, it's back,
and we're opening pretty much right there. So I don't know, that could be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the problem that I'm not really 100% sure it's tradable or not. I'll watch it, but it can be super choppy. AMD is better. AMD at least popped up from this range that it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, with their earnings tonight, I think AMD could bring some good opportunities today.
I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. No, let's see what the opening range breakouts are gonna do.
Yeah, let things settle down a little bit. I think I will have the same game plan today. I think we have some news at 10 as well.
What is the news?
Is it job opening? Let's see.
Job openings, Jolts.
Yeah, job openings. So that might move the market.
Possibly. It seems that the impact of these jobs and inflation has come down significantly. Like pretty much kind of everybody knows what's happening with the Feds and interest rates. It seems that in the last couple of them didn't really impact that much the market. 2022 and 2023 was crazy. Like every news, like we're trading TQQ every single day. But now it's a little bit. Oh shit! Canadian dollars 139, huh? 40 cents. SoFi. Okay, a few minutes to the open. How's the chat room doing, guys? David from Connecticut. Alexi, Jason, Gonzalo. Gonzalo, you're coming to Vancouver for a conference? Finally, you decided to come? Nice. 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 Somebody in the YouTube says that he has DJT at 13. Wow.
Wow.
Somebody's getting rich.
Interesting thing I'm seeing with MSTR. If you look at the daily chart with the monthly cams, it's right at R6. And we found rejection there in the pre-market so far. So could be interesting short
Which one?
on MSTR. MSTR.
MSTR, yeah. On a daily chart. Yeah, it's been extended.
Yeah.
Super extended, yeah. Bitcoin is 72,000, huh? At a massive run. Tesla is popping up, breaking out on the higher pre-market. Yeah, I'm shorting these crypto stocks are difficult because it's a hype. Like, I don't think you're gonna really look at the fundamentals that much. Like when the Bitcoin is start moving, like it moves like crazy. Like it can be overbought for a very long time.
Right, so 1 minute here. Tesla is moving a bit. It's popping here. We'll see.
Let's see what we're gonna get. 1 minute to the open. DJT. Vancouver meetup is March 29 to 31st. Yes. Thanks, Mike. All right. So Tesla is popping up. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Volume on DJT is crazy. Look at that volume. More than Tesla.
Yeah, selling here.
Shares for short, huh? Yeah. But no shares for short. Let's see if we can get a 1 minute open range break up. If it comes above 53.80 for 1 minute open range break up.
Yeah, like it did yesterday.
Yeah. But be careful of your share size, guys. This is super volatile.
That was a nice bounce on BA. It's popping here.
SoFi selling off. Tesla is at VWAP selling off. Nvidia. It's Nvidia up to. Nvidia nothing. AMD disgusting. Nothing for me. I'm not super fan of anything.
Yeah, same here. I will let first couple minutes settle down before entering any trades.
Lucy got halted. Not yet. JT sell off. Yeah, pops are.
BA is really strong here.
Tesla is doing some stuff, but I don't like the 5-minute chart on Tesla. Yeah, DJT is selling off. Looks like a heavy sell-off today. We might go red, actually, DJT. Sure. That would have been an awesome short if you had the short. Damn. That would have been an awesome short.
AMD is approaching interesting spot. So that 160 level is the level where we rejected yesterday. Pretty much where we are right now.
Yeah, it is. GT, Nasdaq selling off, SPY selling off.
Yeah, everything looks weak.
JT. Nothing, guys. No trade is no trade is complete. Okay, Diesel, how did you get DJT short? Where did you get that? Is it through which broker did you get DJT short? Oh, IBKR has it. Yeah, Jared is also short. I think you'll get the small shorts, huh? Like 100 shares. He knows a guy who knows a guy, huh? Damn it. Yeah, DJT is coming up. That's interesting. Let's see if 5-minute becomes a doji or not. So crazy volatility, guys, on DJT. Be careful of your share size, guys. This is absolutely nuts. This big ask at 53.
Right. So AMD is really weak here. Just completely went through 160.
I'm gonna go long DJT, some for fun. There's a big ask at 53. Stop loss, I put 51.50. If it goes above 53, I might add more. This is just more fun. I don't really have any trade book on it. Just to be part of history. Looks like at 53 there is a big ask, and let's see if it can popping up there. Bounce from 49.50.
Tesla is bouncing here. Just went through the VWAP.
Oh, Tesla is interesting for a long too. Yeah. Tesla is interesting. So I'm long at DJT. If it comes above the VWAP, I'm going to add more. My am at 52.38 is my average. If it becomes a 5-minute engulfing, it would be nice. Like closes a doji. There you go. Let's see if you can go. Closes above the
I took a long on Nvidia, 139.47.
video. So I added in more on DJT. Is now becoming engulfing. All right, 54. Let's see if you can pop a little bit more. Is it going to get halted? Shit, I think it's going to get halted, huh? Is it a halt? Yeah, it might be. Oh, shit,
Yeah.
halted. Yeah, I'm in a halt. Yes.
When's the last time the last time that happened?
Oh, a long time ago. Like, I don't trade usually these stocks that are popping up like that. But I am with the DJT right now. Yeah, I might gap up. So it might gap up. So I might actually put some orders now at 55. Yeah, so I have a lot. I have a lot of shares. So I have 20,000 shares. Yeah, you can put orders. That would be nice. Anyone in YouTube? Anyone in there? So this pattern on 5-minute, guys, is called 5-minute engulfing. This is a 5-minute engulfing. Like, especially with the doji is really nice because it means that sold off and then it came back up and the bulls actually took over in a way that the pattern engulfs the previous one. I usually enter right when you get the VWAP 5375, but in this case I saw a huge ask, so I jumped in there and then I added more. Really, really good for my entry. So I anticipated the engulfing, but this one most likely is going to gap up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to the pre-market higher and stuff. This is crazy. So President Trump is going to win.
With Nvidia here, 140.
Oh yeah, Nvidia.
Looks like it's having trouble at the VWAP though.
Yeah, it's having a SoFi also sold off really bad. Anyone, guys? What's up? Anyone? So this is a volatility halt. So I think if you move like 5% in less than 1 minute or something like that, then you get halt for 5 minutes. Like Peter knows the exact rules. Certain volatility, short period of time. What means hold on DJT? What do you mean? Oh yeah, it's a 5-minute halt. So let's see. SoFi is selling off really nice. Yeah, Tesla and Nvidia, they're not gapping up or down, and they're super choppy. There's no follow through. My average in DJT is 52.79. That is pretty nice. So ATES, you can't really do anything for risk management. If it's gapping up and halted, it's usually a good sign, and usually open up a little bit more. If it's gapping down and get halted, you don't want to get into that because they usually gap down. So this one, we are in a good situation right now because it's gapping up. And my guess is it might actually go for another halt. So we are putting maybe 5,000 shares at 55. What do you think? What do you think, Pierre?
At 55 for your first partial. Let's see.
So,
Let's see the order book on DGT. Yeah, there's a lot of sellers at 55.
do you see it on Bookmap? Because level 2 is kind of goes away when all that happens.
Well, right now, actually, it's tricky to read. It's the first time actually I look at Bookmap when a stock were halted. The big order I
there's
see
a lot of
is a 60.
60.
All right,
I'll
10
do
seconds.
Richmond. 10 seconds, guys. 10
DJT should
seconds.
be reopening in 5 seconds. Get ready. Here you go.
Oh, there you go. I'm putting some order at 55. Let's see.
Oh, it's gapping down though. Careful.
Let's see.
Okay. Whoa.
Shit. Oh no. What kind of drop is that?
It's going to halt down, Andrew. It's halting down.
Yeah, I think it's already halted. Shit. See, that's a perfect example of not messing around with this thing. Oh, it's already halted, I think. No? Yeah, it's halted. Fuck.
Yeah, that is a messy stock. You probably want to stay away from that.
Oh, man, I have a lot of shares in there. Fuck. I have 22,000 shares in there. Should have sold it. Damn. Okay,
The
so
Qs
you're
are
gonna
pushing
watch
here.
me. I know. I'm gonna get along on Nvidia. Did I get along on Nvidia? Yeah. I want to get it now. I'm not yet. Sorry, not yet.
I'm still long NVDA.
You are still long
Got my
Nvidia? Okay,
stop.
so if you're long in Nvidia, I'm gonna get in there. 139.50. Guys, you wanna watch me live blowing up my account? Everybody's ready? Shit, DJT, fuck. Right, I'm long Nvidia, guys, with Pierre. Although this thing is super choppy today, but if you want to blow up our money, so I might as well do it on 2 stocks, not 1. Let's put it faster. No, you
I
do
see
not
a
average
decent,
down on
I see a decent seller on NVIDIA at 140.
140. Yeah, let's see. I'm long at 139.50 with you. What's your average?
Average is 139.37.
39. What?
139.37.
37. Oh, nice. So pretty much same as me. Okay, so it's popping up.
Yeah, it's right at the VWAP. We need some volume to come in here.
Guys, are you ready? Andrew Aziz is going to blow up his account. Right, I'm going to add a little bit on NVIDIA. 110. Qs are going green. I think if DJT opens up, I quickly send a market order to sell everything. So I think this is going to be a disaster. Right, Nvidia is doing well. Let's see if we can get to 140. Q's went green. SPY is popping up. Nice. We like that.
Yeah, there goes 140.
Nice. Pierre, nice. I owe you this one, Pierre. But it hasn't finished yet. Let's see. Come on, come on. Okay. Nvidia might go green actually. SPY is popping up. 945.
Yeah, good pop on the Qs there.
This one green. 495. IWM is the red, huh? Tesla is coming up too. So what time DJT is gonna open up again? It got halted at 9:42. It's 9:47. 1 minute left. Yeah.
9:47 and 14 seconds. If it goes to schedule, this is an odd one because normally you don't get a halt down followed by after the first halt up. So they could hold it longer. If so, it's likely to be another 5 minutes. But yeah, you got to be ready here because it could open.
We get out of it as soon as it opens up.
Oof. The imbalance is below 51, so that's not good. Here we go. 10 seconds. We'll see if it reopens to schedule. Should be opening right now.
All right.
There you go.
I'm getting out of it completely, guys. I'm all out of it.
Yeah.
Shit. $51,000 loss.
Yikes.
I'm all out of it, guys. With a heavy loss. Piece of garbage.
Well,
Yeah,
for everybody
that's
out
it.
there, this is exactly why Carlos every morning warn you about these, right? There's great profit opportunity, but there's also high risk. So unfortunately,
Yeah, see how it's
Andrew has
dropping?
become an object lesson.
Yeah, see, you gotta get out. Look at how the dropping.
Wow, look at BA still
It's not
going.
gonna be- Yeah, BA hit the scanner just now. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna go red. Like a
Interesting.
boss.
There's shares for short on DJT right now. That's odd.
Oh, how many shot? That was my shares. Like interactive brokers were giving them. Give these idiot shares. Fuck. Yeah, I'm all out, guys. So just to show you why you shouldn't mess around with DJT, this is my PNL on DJT. Look at that, 51,600. I had 20,000 shares. Not good. Where are the likes, guys? I lost so much money for you. Give me some likes. Likes. All right, so Nvidia is doing messy things, huh?
Yeah, it's having trouble around that 140 level.
Yeah, it's told you these stocks when they're not gapping up or down.
Yeah.
My average, Alex, was 52.70.
Yeah, and the Qs
Yeah,
are
as you
also
see,
dropping here.
yeah, look at Nvidia is very trading very similar to Qs. Essentially trading like a market, and well, they don't have volatility. It's just choppiness that you get messed around with it.
Yeah, let's see if the news in 10 minutes can help here. I still like that entry.
Yeah, I don't like the pattern anymore. I'm gonna get out of it. Right. Sorry, buddy. I'm getting out of it. At this pullback. Yeah, I'm getting out of it. Oh shit! Yeah, as soon as I got out of it, I still have a little bit, but Q spot is going up. Mark, now DJT is coming back up again. I think bastard. DJT high halted again on the way up.
It's crazy, that stock.
Crazy, that crazy. Like volatility is 20% in 1 minute. Oh, it's gonna go back up, I know. But you don't know. Like I sold it at 50, 80, went up all the way up to 48, below 48. It might not ever come back. So, you don't know. If you have a small size, if you look at like a 500 shares, like how much you added to, you can live with that, part of the fun. But when you take a big size, like what I do, it's just crazy. It
Yeah.
messes up you completely.
Yeah, it's a gamble to read a little bit.
So I still have a little bit of Nvidia. Let's see what it does. I got out most of my position on Nvidia. It's kind of also mentally messed up my trading. Gary is shorting MSTR.
Yeah, MSTR right at
950.
R3. Interesting spot to short.
Oh, I'm gonna get out of Nvidia. I'm all out of Nvidia. I'm not. I gotta take a quick break, guys. Just 1 second.
So Nvidia is still struggling around the VWAP here. Still holding that long with my original stop loss, so just below S4. So I have S4 at 138.92. So we'll see what happened with this one. Yeah, MSTR is an interesting spot right at R3 and it's having a lot of trouble here. And we also have monthly R6 there at 266. Anybody in the chat room catch AMD at S4? That was a really, really clean bounce. Ryan, you catch that one? Nice. Nice. Yeah, beautiful move there. It looks like Nvidia is trying again here. Remember, guys, we have the news coming in about 5 minutes, so that might move the market. Tesla is really weak, still selling here. Here goes 260. Was having Google on my watch list. Google is doing nothing, really choppy here. Really looks like the Qs pretty much. Tor, you catch Tesla, nice. I guess right at the open at R3. Yeah, nice move there. Right, so Nvidia is bouncing a bit here. That's good. I want to see high of the day. I see some sellers at 141, 140.50.
Yeah, I'm Nvidia, huh?
Yeah, Nvidia decided to go here.
Are you still long on Nvidia?
Yep. Yeah, still long. Haven't partial yet. I'm waiting
You haven't had partial.
for at least
Nice. That's
141.
great. Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, I prefer losing more trade, but when I start partialing, I'm able to catch bigger profit. I prefer that style of trading. Something I changed not long ago. Before I was partialing a lot more.
Yeah, that's very, very good. That's one of the key to success. Right. So yeah, I got out of Nvidia completely because my mental thing was kind of messed up. So, but it's most likely it's gonna go green. Yeah. Nvidia is gonna go green.
Right, we're
So
pretty much
Jamie,
at high of the day.
yeah. So Nvidia entry is 139.40 is for Pierre. It's pretty good. I was thinking of getting back in there, but it was, I'm mentally messed up, so I don't know if overtrade or making a decision. Fuck! Look at that beautiful pop on Nvidia. Nice, Pierre. Nice. Such a good trader, Pierre. Where were you in our life, Pierre?
Man, and Tesla is still selling. Wow. See the order book on Tesla. Yeah, the order book is
Tesla.
really bearish on Tesla.
Yeah, market spies is still red. Qs are kind of green. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. What a market. Yeah, I'm sitting at the heavy loss, guys. $47,000. Like Brent, you can show my PNL to YouTube as well if you want.
Yep, I got it
So
on screen.
yeah, so pretty bad right now for me. It's again this getting this stocks that are getting halted super bad. I wasn't expecting the halt, and I was ready to sell as soon as it opens up, but just that drop was significant. So and you can't really do anything. That's why very important, guys. These funded accounts that we have, guys, it's super important to go through that, guys. If you want to become a trader, pay that $500. Go through this funded account and see these in a more simulated environment on a real condition, because you can't argue with anybody. Like we had one trader that at the beginning it's just sold the loss, and then he hit the maximum $12,000 loss that we have, and then he emailed us, oh, give me a refund, it was not clear, blah blah blah, blah, blah. Where is your integrity, your decideful? I said, dude, it has to be some sort of accountability. You can't argue with market. I can't just pick up our interactive brokers and say, oh, where's my money, hold, where's your hold, go. You got to go through environment and see this by your own thing, stress, anxiety. That's why this funded account is super important. Go through that. And it's different from simulator trading, because in simulator trading, you can just click buy and reset and everything, but you have to go through the environment that, you sweat on it. You get the stress. You have to take, um, a time off. Super important. What is that? Oh, the new time? It's Peter, huh? Peter, what happened at 10? The news came on. There is some volatility.
Indeed, we've got some news coming out. We have both consumer confidence and the JOLTS job openings. So, like Pierre's been telling us, right, those numbers are coming out right now. I'm expecting to see those numbers momentarily. For whatever reason, I don't have them yet. Normally, I get them right away. The expected on the job openings about 8 million. We're lower than that, so less job openings. 7.4 million job openings. So that's usually considered bad for the economy. Consumer confidence number came out pretty much right on target here. 99.5 was the expected. I see about 99.2. So nothing there. It's really really the job openings number that came out. They came out below expectations. So we did see the market react quickly. You can see that candle that came out right at 10 o'clock, but it seems to have calmed down. I don't see any big directional change. So it's good for your Nvidia trade anyways, Pierre. Hopefully it'll hold up here. That's it. That's our
Yeah, I
that's our
didn't see
job.
that it moved the market that much. There is a small
No.
pop. But what I found is that now that market kind of knows what the Feds are doing, and there's really nice clarity in the economy. It doesn't really impact this. Even inflation numbers, it doesn't really impact that much the market. Everybody kind of knows that Fed's plan slowly increasing the rates. So, but it was fun last year.
Interesting.
Sorry, go ahead, Peter.
Sorry.
We killed the
they just revised the consumer confidence number upwards. So now it's at 108.7 versus the 99.5 estimate. So that revision seems to be pushing the market a little bit higher here. But yeah, you're right, Andrew. We haven't seen as much of a reaction to the economic data. I was thinking in the election cycle, especially now being just a week away, that you might see a little more reactivity to it, but it's still been fairly muted. Unlike we were seeing, a year ago when things would really, really jump every time we had a economic event.
Yeah, what is consumer confidence? Like, how do they measure that? Like, I don't have confidence to talk to a very beautiful girl at the bar. Like, does that count in the numbers? Like,
only if you go buy her something.
Talk to that girl? No, I don't have confidence. Yeah.
Well, you need to go buy her something. That would be consumer confidence.
Oh, so if you buy something for that beautiful girl, that means that you have high confidence. Okay, got that. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hopefully, maybe your tattoo will give you more confidence then.
I know.
Flash that around.
How's the election situation? Brent, show us IBKR trader forecast and poly market. Let's see what the thing is.
Stand by.
Yeah, because that's interesting to see. I think Robinhood also started and said, "Oh, why not? I'm making money." Guess to trade.
So the Qs are pushing here. It's at high of the day.
Yeah. Except that Nvidia.
Nvidia is consolidating here.
Okay, still in the polls are not super great for vice president. DJT is kind of stabilized on this. Stabilized on what they want. They want the volume to goes away, the volatility goes away.
I think you took the good decision to get out of that one.
Yeah, you never know. Like, as soon as I got out, it went drop another 4 points. Like, that was another $60,000 loss if I were holding. And here's the thing: you don't know if it comes back. That's the whole point. If you knew it's going to come back, yeah, I hold it. But this is something that easily could have, dropped another 20%.
Yeah, definitely. So Nvidia is dropping a bit here. I took a partial just before the news, just in case. So I have my stop back at break even now.
On Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia
Yeah.
is kind of killing it on the previous day close. It doesn't have a lot of momentum. Momentum, it seems that it's on DJT. The volume and volatility goes in there. So Meta is hitting the scanner. See what Zuck is doing. Zuck at 580.
So I have Polymarket on screen for you. Seems like Trump went up by 0.5% and Harris went down by 0.4%.
Yeah, so situation is super nail biting. That's super interesting. Like it's virtually high.
I mean, you can't trust the polls.
No, you can't.
Often they're
Especially
wrong.
this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially this one. But generally,
Yeah.
polls have been inaccurate for most election cycles in the last couple decades because they're unable to poll everybody in the same methods they used to use and still use.
Yeah. That's interesting. But November 5th, start a week. What a fun.
Some say it's the
Yes.
poll that matters the most.
Which one's the matters?
The election. It's the only poll that
Oh,
matters.
the only poll that matters. But again, I was reading on Bloomberg that how this could actually impact people because when the polls keep saying that there's a huge chance of winning one person, then the people who are undecided or they're all last minute, I'm not. It doesn't matter. I might as well not go vote. It does impact psychologically. Like for me, for example, if I was living in California, I probably wouldn't have gone vote. So my vote doesn't matter, or if blue or red states, like fully. People in the swing states are more important, but it's funny because in BC election we had the provincial election. The premier, the kind of a prime minister of the province, he won by 46 votes. 46. Like literally, me and my group of friends could go and change the election if we were really following it and stuff. 46. Sometimes it's really down into the few votes. So I don't think I'm gonna start any new trade, guys. I have a very, very bad loss, and mentally, I don't think I'm ready.
Maybe it's a good time to take some questions in chat, both the people
Yeah, I
room
like
and
that.
YouTube.
Yes, thanks. Very, very good.
Honestly,
Any question, guys?
recognizing your limits, it's such an important thing with trading. Just want to say that being able to understand like your emotions and where you're standing during the session, it could prevent some big mistakes. So definitely something to master with trading.
Yeah, I just definitely, I don't think really mentally I'm ready. Plus, because it increases the adrenaline of your body. It's like you're on cocaine. I don't want to mess around. But that's live trading, guys. That's real life trading. Like you got to go through this process and get stuck in some of these halts and see how real trading is. JT, look at the 5 minute, nothing. It's just really does. The volume has come down and the volatility has come down. That's what they want. They want the traders to get away, stay away from this. Like we're like these flies and mosquitoes. They want to go away. And they did. I'm not trading it anymore. So a lot of people like me say, oh, okay, I'm going to stay away from this. Yeah, so that is the situation. So KG in YouTube is asking, why didn't you hold on DJT shares if possibly it would go up again? Well, that's a billion-dollar question, KG. Like, do you know it's going to go back up or no? This one easily could sell off. So Matthew is asking, why did you make so much? Why your loss was so big? The reason for that was I got stuck in a halt, and you can't really do anything when you're stuck in a halt. Like originally, I was planning like to start selling at 55, 56, but when you get into a halt, it opens up down. Like it opened up like in a matter of seconds from 54 to 51, and then halted again. So you can't really sell, and as soon as open. So I didn't see this such a huge drop. So you lose control when you're starting out, and that's why I'm telling you stay away from penny stocks. Penny stocks are a nightmare. The ones that like Ross Cameron trading or who's the other guy? The trade who's the big one? I always forget his name. They're trading. So I personally think you should stay away from it because of these halts. They're super dangerous. Yeah, Timothy Sykes. Yeah, RSA. Thanks, Timothy Sykes. Super, super dangerous. Especially their lower price and $1-2 you're trading and you get a stock in there and you think, oh, I have a lot of money. I can $1 I can buy a lot of shares, and then that's a recipe for disaster. So it's super important to. I personally think they're not consistent. You can make a little bit of money. I used to trade them, but consistently, like I've been doing this for 10 years in front of you live in YouTube. And the reason that I still trade is because I stay away from these penny stocks, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
No, it's not. Like they're very, very tempting. Like it's like election bets. Like it's you just bet. It's gambling. Like you're better off go to casino. At least you're gonna have a little fun in casino. Again, the consistency is very important. My book is how to day trade for a living. You want it for a living. You can't really do something that you can't find a pattern on that, or you're stuck into one of these big halts that you don't know what's going to happen. Like it's very important. Like I know, for example, Nvidia ATR and moving up and down. I know that, like for example, Nvidia might go red to green and then come down, and it might be some choppy. The pattern might be some choppy, but I know it's not gonna in the next 10 seconds. It's not gonna open up at 137 or 135. I know that. But for those ones, it's uncharted territory. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it impact the risk management a lot. Super hard to manage your risk with penny stock in general.
Yeah, but then there's a stick large cap, medium caps, like even DJTs. I think the float is 75 million shares. I think it's good 75 million shares, but again, because it's DJT, a lot of people are trading it, and just when the volatility goes up, volume goes up, it trades like a penny stock. 75 million shares float is not that bad. And a lot of people might say, oh, okay, I don't have a lot of money, so how do I trade? Like I can't buy. So well, do the options. You can trade the Nvidia options, and you use the power of leverage, like Abby's doing, making $30,000 a day. And he was in the conference. He was saying that he withdraws 75% of the cash from his account. He did some other investment. He was still with the options. He could trade very similar. It's same pattern, same everything is the same. Day trading options, pretty much like the same that we're doing. How to avoid halting the stocks? Just stay away from the stocks that are super volatile, like 5% in a matter of I think 5 minutes, or 1 minute or 2 minutes. The stocks that are trading at the open like that, just stay away from them because anytime they can get halted. Yeah, Andres. So we're gonna have a discount on the funded account as well for the Halloween. We're gonna email me. I can give it to you. But I really want people to go through this funded account because you got to see the real condition. Even the funded account still is not fully real similar environment, but at least it's something. At least you're losing $1,000 or $500 on it. So very important. Yeah, DAS Trader have the options. You can actually trade the options on DAS. That's for sure. Yeah, Susan, you can you can buy the funded account and then you can learn, on a simulator and then open up the 3 months funded account. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, here's another thing is Phil is saying is a good point. Like for example, DJT, there's no shares for sure, but you can still buy the puts. So you can actually short it through the puts, buying the puts that you're reading. So for the funded account, if there's one good trader, I probably tell them not to buy it again because we had one trader that was trading like crazy, and I told him, "Hey, I'm paying you this time, but please don't sign up because this is not supposed to be a, income generating." I mean, he can obviously sign up with another email that we don't know, but uh, yes, as many as time you want, you can always reset it. If you blow up something, you can always reset it. What I want you is to go through the real process of trading.
Yeah, the goal is to make it educational, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there was one really good trader that I say, I love you. I might actually give you an account. Like, I might actually give you the account. I had a prop firm, and I can give, account. I have somebody trades for me, but I stopped doing that because it takes a lot of time and energy. You have to mentor people, and just becomes your career. And you know how my lifestyle is always traveling, so I don't want to have traders trading for me. It's just, I have enough money for myself not to be going in that route. So Amar is asking how many months I need to be consistently profitable in demo before I go to live trading. So it's really up to you. If you think you got the system, um, go for live, but trade it small. But again, you're one decision away, one trade away from blowing up your account. Like today, you saw what happened to DJT. So you never got. A lot of people are asking me this question: that when do I become a trader? After one, I mean, you never become a consistently profitable trader. You always have to watch yourself. Like, when are you in shape? Like, you can't say never. Like, you always have to, exercise, diet, everything. So it's the process. It's a long-term process that it has to become a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, if I
The
can add to that,
11%.
Amar, I
Go ahead.
was just
Sorry.
gonna say, if I can add for the question of Amar, the way I did is I started with really really small risk, and I had like a system where I use a rule where I need to have 3 months consistently with minimum of 30 R per month before jumping to a higher risk, and I slowly build from that until the risk I am willing to lose right now. So I think having like a gradual system like that where you can slowly build your risk is a safe way to go.
Yeah. No, it's very important. It's very dangerous. It's one of the most dangerous things that you can ever do in your life. Like, I do a lot of crazy things, like climbing mountains and stuff, but this is more dangerous because you're completely at your own. There's no safety rope, and there is and the nature of the gambling. Like, I have an addiction personality. Like, my dad used to be a addict, so like we have addiction personality in our family as well. So this is super dangerous. You got to be very very careful on what are you doing and what are you getting into that. And the key here is to always play within your limits. Like, I can survive a $50,000 loss. Like, my account is $8 million, right? I can survive it, but a lot of people can't. Like, a lot of families and wealth being destroyed. And I like you to know that when you're getting in that. Yes, Moses, you can do that. Yeah, do it as much as you want until you're ready. And if after two, three times you did the fun ones and you couldn't do it, don't leave us, please. Leave the trading. It's for your own benefit. I know a lot of people want the lifestyle, a lot of people want to make money, but if you can't even pass our funded account challenge, then why would you open a new account? Like just put all your money in, SPY, VO, or something, an ETF, and just forget the password until you need it. Yeah, super important, guys. Like, I really want you to see that the life um, is not owing you anything. You have to be very, very careful. Especially trading is attracting a lot of people that they think the universe owes them a living. So super important. And if we can actually help you a little bit, then I'm happy. Really, really want happy. Like, show me 1% that trade live every single day like this. Because I want you to see the wins and the loss. That's one of the reasons that I kind of stopped doing the recaps, is because I was thinking, I'm doing too much of, P&L, or how much money I have, blah, 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 blah. I want you to see the real trading. Like, this is this other side of trading. Look at DJT now. It's just blowing up through the previous day close.
Yeah, it's important to recognize that the market don't own you nothing, because the market is always neutral. It's not trading against you. It's not trading with you. You just need to find those opportunity in a neutral way and just apply a system. That's what trading is.
Yeah, applying a system. Yeah, I love that. Applying a system. Yeah. No, Harry, you can't get the funded account without DOS, because the system, the monitoring and everything is, so now CDJT is going to halt it again. So, Francis, what makes me stand out? First of all, I really, really wanted the lifestyle. I really, really wanted the lifestyle. I really believe in that. If you really go after, have you? I don't know if you read the book Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's about the guy who's going after what he wants, and he gets really fucked in the middle of the way multiple times, but he really eventually gets what he wants. So I really believe if you want something, if you put your mind on it and go after it. I really wanted the lifestyle. I always dreamed the lifestyle that I can travel the world the way that I want. Not that after I'm old and I have to take cruises and stuff. I want to see the world in the way that I want it. And then what else?
It's
Luck
manifestation,
definitely
right?
is one portion of it. Manifestation, yeah, the power of manifestation. Luck is part of it. Like, I got lucky. Like, for example, the $2 million loss that I had in 2022. Like, I was lucky that I had my brother around me. I had, some support system, and I had the mental resilience. That's why next year we wanted to TEDx is a mental resilience. Like, how to people go on the top, fall, and then go back up. Like, people kill themselves like that, but how to some people recover. So come to our next year event and TEDx event and our own main conference. We want to talk about mental resilience.
Hey, Andrew, I actually have a question for you.
Yes.
What was the trade that made you feel like you could make this your career? Do you remember?
Beginner's luck, Brent. Beginner's luck. There was one. I think it's in my book. I forgot the ticker. There was this biotechs back in 2013, 14. They're super. How they still biotechs are super hot. It's in the book. I forgot the ticker. Like, I bought that, and I didn't have DAS or anything. It was like a browser-based Bank of Montreal direct investing, and every trade you had to put the "Are you sure?" Confirm. Enter your phone number. The boop, but and there was $10 commission per ticket. So I would buy that AQXP or something. I think it's delisted now. So I bought that. Like, again, it was like $4, and I had like $40,000 account. Oh, okay, I can buy like 10,000 shares. Are you sure? Yes, confirm buy. Boop. And then the codes were not really like that. I had to refresh. And I said, what? Plus $7,000? Wow. I just start selling it. I was really, wow. I got into that. But obviously, you're going to lose it after, beginner's luck. But that just hooked me up. A lot of people, their first idiotic mistake when like did is just going down, and then they just go away from that. And I want you to go away, guys. I am actually very happy that our community has a big turnover, because like any other community, because you gotta go, this is enough for me. I gotta go away. I lost like $2,000. That's enough. That's very important for me to people have a really good expectation, realistic expectation. Yeah. Now, no laptop giveaway because we are only 480 likes and 733 people are watching, and that's not cool. Like I'm losing money in front of you, giving you a laptop, and you're not even liking. That's not cool. Oh, Yelp. Yeah, Jack Sparrow. Yelp was also a big one. Yelp was, I think there was I keep adding to the losing position. Somebody in the chat mentioned that keep adding to the DJT. Like that is the recipe for blowing up your life. Not even an account, in life. Your wife divorces you, your kids hates you. That's the recipe for blowing up your life because it just keeps going down, especially these ones. Like Nvidia, if you keep going down, maybe, but this one is super, super. Uh, no, I don't think I'm going to take any other trades. Like I'm not in the mood of trading. So another, Sahmid is asking, why don't you just take a trade right now? It's just I'm not in the mood for it. It's just I don't see the patterns anymore. My mind is fuzzy. Sometimes, there are the days that yeah, adding Yelp like Pema. You remember Yelp? You just keep adding on a losing position. Just you're blowing up your things. Yeah, so we have the bootcamp in January. Bootcamp comes with a funded account, very similar to what we have, but it comes also with mentorship. It's a very heavy mentorship. And boot camps are the ones that it's like gym membership. You get what fuck, look at this 45. You get what you put into that. Like if you sign up for a mentorship and never show up, then you don't get anything out of it. But if you just keep bugging your captain and team captain and co-captain and check your system, check your trade book and get feedback, then you get something value out of it. So Trader Joe, how do you not think about it? Is it's very hard. Like $50,000, you can buy an apartment here, like put a down payment here and stuff. It's really hard. You have to dissociate yourself from money. Like I've had the days that was really good, and I had the days that was really bad. So you have to dissociate yourself and play within your thing. Even $50,000 is a big loss for me. It's a super super big loss for me. I shouldn't have taken that big of a size, but I can live with that. Yeah,
So
thanks
Nvidia
guys.
went
Thanks
back
for
to
yeah.
Nvidia went back to high of the day and pretty hard rejection there. Same for the
Yeah,
Qs.
today is not market doesn't seem like but don't worry, like the days are not gonna stay like this. Like you will see big days coming. Like tomorrow, I'm sure gonna be very volatile because we have the magnificent seven, big seven earnings are coming, and then usually comes a lot
Yeah.
of volatility with that.
Yeah, Google AMD tomorrow will be definitely in play.
Is AMD tonight, huh?
Yeah, both of them are tonight. Let's see what else.
So funded account, somebody's asking, what is the funded account? The funded account is we give you a $50,000 account. The max loss is $12,000 from that. And at the 3 months, at the end of the 3 months, whatever profit you have, you get the check. And if you're lost on that, then you don't have to pay anything, just the registration fee that you pay at the beginning. So the way that it works is it gives you a simulated environment of fearing and anxiety and stress of real trading. Because the simulator, you can grow up the simulator, as much as, because there is no, it's like a video game. There is no really consequences. Consequence is very important. Like if, for example, I put a table here, you start walking on my table. If I give you $1,000, say, oh yeah, sure, I'll get $1,000 to walk on your table here. But if I put the same table between two buildings and pay you $1 million, would you walk on that? Nobody would do, because the consequence. It's the same table, it's the same thing, but the consequence is higher.
Hey Andrew, just letting you know that
Yes.
John will be talking at 10:30-ish about the webinar he's holding tonight.
Yeah, awesome.
Lessons from Peak Capital Trading Bootcamp.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
All right, so John, ready for you guys, sir. John is one of our best traders. He's been very consistent. Again, the military mindset. John, the military, like Mike and John are military people, and what I found is they're super effective in everything, like in their work, in their, it's just fucking military, man. It's just the mindset that they have in everything is amazing. I learned a lot from John and Mike. So, John, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Am I on this thing?
Good. Yes, you are. We can hear you.
I'm here. Hey, good morning. Thanks for the compliment. I'd like to think my military discipline just got me out of a very crummy Nvidia high daybreak trade, which went violently against me. So, hopefully that's what that was, Andrew. I don't know. Thanks for the compliment, but Mike and I always say the same thing. Yes, we were in the military, and yes, people think that we have a high degree of discipline or something, but everyone has a hard time in trading. Everyone. I don't care what your background is. You could be an Olympic athlete who trained every day of your whole life for 10 hours on whatever sport. And you put that, I mean, they could eat right. They could exercise right. They could have been morally correct their entire life, whatever. But you put them into day trading and man, you can get stupid. Anyone can get in the wrong position. So
Definitely.
yeah. Never going to miss it. But yeah, we got a webinar coming up tonight, Andrew. It's lessons from the Peak Capital Trading Bootcamp. So I think that'd be a fun topic because people like to talk about that. And we've had over 1,000 people come through the boot camps, I think, at this point. So we are on Bootcamp 13. You started this back in, I want to say like August of 2020, September 2020 was the first one. And they've been going great, but you start to see repeated observations. You know what I mean? You see successful people in boot camp and you see people really struggle. And it's not hard after a while with 1,000 people to kind of put together the clues of like, what are the commonalities of the people who succeeded and what are the common things of the people who have failed. And I want to talk about those tonight so people can get an idea of, how maybe they would succeed in just their trading, or perhaps if they want to try boot camp, how they might come into the boot camp and succeed there. And so we're going to talk all about that. And we're going to talk a lot about strategy focus, which is a big part of how we teach people to trade in boot camp, to really focus on building that trade book you always talk about. We're going to talk a lot about that. We are going to talk about risk management, proper position sizes and things like that. It's funny when boot camp starts, people are so excited to make hotkeys. They think the hotkeys make you a better trader, and they don't. They can make things easier, and if they do anything well, they protect your downside. But there's no magic hotkey for taking profit the exact right way or anything like that. But a hotkey they ask about a lot is, how do I use my max buying power? I want to apply all the money and I want to make sure I'm using every penny I have. And, you have to explain to people, like, you don't necessarily want to do that. You're going to have in boot camp, you'll have $50,000 in buying power when you start out. And there could be a hot stock of the day that's, cheap. It's only $5 or whatever. So you can afford thousands of shares. So people think of it that way. Everyone thinks of the upside first and they don't think of the downside. And if you have that mentality, you don't understand that you might be able to afford 5,000 shares of this stock, but it's moving very violently. Like it could fall 10 cents on you very quickly. It could be down $500. Like you can't handle that because you're trying not to lose more than $100 per trade, perhaps, or something like that. And we'll talk about profit taking as well. We'll talk about, the risk management on the downside. We'll talk about how to overcome it with better wins on the upside. We're going to talk about real simple things like obeying your stop. I mean, it's just such a basic thing, but something I really struggled with when I started trading, because my strategy that I really focused on I'll straight up say it allowed bad behavior is what it did. Because I like to trade high a day breaks, and stocks that go to break their high a day, if they fail to break the high a day, a lot of times they'll come back to their high a day, but not always. And when they don't, sometimes they don't come back for for a long time, like months. So I got into traps of, not obeying my stop and getting stuck in some really bad losers overnight or for multiple days. And I was like, I just can't continue like this. I got to obey my stop. So, we got to teach people lessons like that. We talk a lot about over trading. That's probably the biggest problem everybody has. And that over trading relates to many different poor trading behaviors. So I guess what I mean by that, there's many reasons why you overtrade. You overtrade out of boredom. You overtrade out of revenge. You overtrade out of just not understanding you should be focusing on a strategy and not, trying to trade 5 different, like believing as a beginner, there's 5 different strategies you have that could possibly be effective when that's simply not true. So we'll talk about that. And we'll talk a lot
there's
about the
so much information. John, you said that there's so much information from this bootcamp of funded account that we have. Like one time, John told me that with Carlos Zaratini and I published research papers on trading. He said, screw those academic things. Come and analyze this data, that the behavioral pattern of the traders. We have all sorts of traders. Like, it's a really good group of people, like thousands, over 1,000 now that you said that, from experience to experience, and then we see some common patterns in all of them in trading in their equity curve and stuff. There's so much information that John is actually tracking that. It's amazing for academic research papers. So I'm actually coming to the webinar tonight because I really would like to see what you have extracted from that. John is the person who's monitoring all the funded accounts that we have and also the PCT accounts. It's amazing. I'm actually super interested to know. You can publish research papers in peer review journals based on this, because I don't think anyone has this amount of data like these academics. I don't think they have this amount of data.
It's very true, Andrew. You hold a very interesting data set. You should probably sell it because it's probably worth money. I don't think you would do that, but yeah, you have 1,000 people who all got an account under the exact same conditions, and we got to observe the winners and losers. And what we've seen so many times. In fact, I was looking at the funded training account report last night, and I saw we have a new trader. The account's 12 days old. This is not boot camp. This is a straight funded training account. And they're up to $20,400. So they're up about $8,000 in 12 days on an account. And that's equity, by the way. So their buying power is now 85,000 or something, up from 50. So they're doing great. They're crushing it. The curve looks amazing. It's just up, 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 up. But what do we so often see, Andrew, when we see, because we talk to each other and we're like, look at this guy. This guy's hot. Look at this. Look at this. This guy's going to take you for so much money, Andrew. You're done. And what do we see after those big peaks? The pullback, right? Like the violent equity pullback.
It's amazing. Like if he stays on that, we had I really want that person just keeps going up, and then I write a big check for him, bring him to Vancouver, and say, look, this is not a good market condition. Like there's not, like today, for example, except DJT and stuff, it's hard to find these things. And getting this consistent equity curve requires a really nice patience and a good trusted system. So I like that. I actually have to look into that equity curves and stuff. Maybe show it in today's webinar. Like sometimes we do take these screenshots and show that. It's amazing. Like it's amazing to watch.
Oh, for sure. I'll have some examples. What's interesting being a boot camp team leader. So me, Peter, Carlos, and Lenny are all lead one of the groups. And after a while, you just can take an equity curve and you can read so much about a trader. Like, this guy takes a lot of risk, or this girl, whoever, this woman, you can see it just in the way their equity moves every day. There's big wins and big losses and big wins and big losses. And then you can see the people who kind of do the good, steady grind. But once they start to lose, they get on the winning streak and they cannot accept a couple of red days in a row. And it really obviously gets in their head, and they give it all back. So, that's the first thing I tell people when we have a meeting or they want to talk about their trading. Like, let's pull up your equity curve and let's see what it looks like. And a lot of people cringe, kind of like, oh, don't look at it.
It's also the performance anxiety that I noticed toward the end of it. The really good traders, their equity curve is kind of flatten out because they get the performance anxiety. Because it's a big thing. Like in trading, yes, after that they slow down because they want to take out the money. But in real trading, when you're doing really good, you shouldn't have that performance anxiety, and people do get that. This is a serious thing. Even the athletes, they have this thing. Like they're amazing in the training, but when they go into the Olympics or into the conditions, it's just the performance anxiety gets them. So that's also another thing that you have to go through that in that process. Training is super interesting because it takes you so much through your mindset and psyche, and you feel all the possible emotional feelings that you possibly can have. You mentioned over trading. I wanted to say you something like why people overtrade. There's a lot of reasons for that, but one thing that they don't is why people overeat. The overeating is the same as overtrading. You shouldn't have that the extra pizza at 11 at night, but you do that. Seeing the consequences is one thing. Like you got to do overtrade, and see, never helps you. Never help you. That extra beer or extra pizza, it never helps you in life. Same as overtrading. It never really gets you out of anything. My biggest losses ever in life has always been overtrading.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened to me yesterday, Andrew. I'm not proud of this. I was up about $450 for the day, which I live a different life than you. That's a pretty good day for me. I was pretty happy. And like happy. I'm like, that's good. That's good. That's moving the football forward. You know what I mean? The account got bigger. Shut it down, John. Shut it down. I felt so good. Every trade I took yesterday was like on the money. All of them. To get to 450 was very easy. It was just like win, boom, we're done. I guess I kept seeing what I thought were opportunities. I was like, let's go. Like, don't give back more than 300, John. Or nice, don't go lower than 300, but we'll try to make more. It's like, this is literally what I teach people every week, and I did it to myself yesterday. And I'm only saying this because you can't ever fully get rid of your demons, and everyone's going to have their days where they really mess up. And so I kept trading, and I got down to 3, and I was like, bullshit. Excuse me. Can we say that on YouTube? Probably not. Brendan fixed that.
We did. So
or Brent, excuse
me. It's okay. No, we are honest. We're genuine. We don't want to be
fine.
Like I don't know. I mean, we're not a professional firm in a way that pie and soup and stuff. Sometimes I do that as long as YouTube doesn't take the video down and say something. I don't want to be. I want to be real. We are a real, authentic person. Like I was thinking of John to be like S&P Capital, like a prop firm type of thing, and that type of thing. But I mean, I realized that, okay, we don't have to be like professional Wall Street people. I don't want to be a professional Wall Street person. Like, I'm the real authentic person. Yes, F4 is some of them politically incorrect sometimes. Authenticity is super important to me. And it's part of the culture that who we are as a community.
If it was a problem, I think we would be banned already.
Yeah, well, or we get the strike. I don't think, yeah.
Tony wants the end of the story. So I got to 300 BS. I'm not accepting that. I got to 2 BS. I got down to 0. Definitely BS. I'm not accepting that. I just got to get my hot hand. I mean, literally, I'm talking to myself like a casino. Like, where's the hot hand I had this morning? I ended up the day down negative 258 at the end of the day. And a lot of that was in commissions. So overtraded. Did all the classic mistakes. I hope someone from Group B is listening, because I will have to admit this in our group meeting tomorrow. I'm just going to have to just say it. Look, it happens. It happens. It's not giant it's no big deal on my account. In fact, when the day ended, I went to go wash the dishes, which are right over there. And I was laughing. I really was laughing. So I'm like, it's not that big a deal. But I'm like, John, like, what is it? Like 2020? Like, what are you doing to yourself? Like, why? And my wife came home and she asked, if I wanted to go for a walk, and we went for a big long walk, and I just let it go, So it stinks,
Fred,
but it's
Fred,
there.
Just hug the Fred. Your dog is Fred.
Poor Fred sits in this. He's down. He has a little kennel at my feet, and he just listens to me drop profanity all day, and he worries about me because he doesn't understand why I'm staring at this bright, flat thing called a computer screen and yelling at it. So. Poor dog.
Yeah, Sam is saying, hi, my name is Sam and I'm an overtrader. So it's actually very, very funny, Sam, that you said that. There's a book by Dr. Alexander Elder, Trading for a Living, and it starts with the idea that, it says that go to this Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, like AA meeting, because overtrading is exactly like being an alcoholic. like a social drinker. You have one drink, you're good, you're socialized, you go the second one, you continue the wine, but you should third one, at the social gathering. The alcoholic doesn't know when to stop. And the best is to go into these AA meetings, and whenever you see drinking, just replace it by trading, and see the same, social pattern and mental pattern that you have. It is a gambling. It's a gambling, or it's an addiction, not a gambling. It's an addiction that you have to control in it. I'm super excited, John. Is that what time is it? Is the normal 8 p.m. Eastern time? Yes.
8 p.m. Yeah. It should be a good conversation.
I definitely want to see that because it's amazing. And thanks for everything that you're doing for the community, John. I know you are one of the very key important traders that we have in terms of the mentorships that you have on Thursday, help for that you do for the funded account and for the peak capital trading, obviously. I'm very grateful and to get to know you and work with you. And I hope that we continue seeing you, and I hope that you come to Vancouver this time and stay longer, because last year you came.
I'm there. I'm coming for the whole time. I'm coming. No eclipses. I'm leaving when it's over.
Yeah. Awesome, thanks.
You want to hear something
also
funny,
super
Andrew?
Funny guy. Go.
Oh, well, I got something funny for you. So I lost 258 yesterday. I'm up 255 today. What do you think that does to my brain now? Right? Because I'm like, all right, we got back yesterday, right? But now I want more, right? Because I want to get back what I didn't get yesterday. And so I already know, like, I'm on this silly, like I want a $500 or $600 day, but is it out there for me? I can want it all I want, but is it out there? So it's time to have honest conversations with ourselves, because I don't really get the good trades about, from now to the end of the day, it's just a less likelihood of finding the good ones. So here we go. Every day, every day is a psychological battle.
One of the big losses that I had was like November 2021. It was like $110,000 Canadian, like $80,000-$90,000. And one day on Neo, and it was all over trading. And I came back to 1 point at the break even, but I wanted more. So okay, fuck it. Now we made it up. Let's get another one. And never came down. Like never went up. It just kept continue going down. And that was one of the. It was during the time that I was getting also divorced, separated from my ex-wife. Like I was mentally a mess, and it was pandemic and drinking too much, and it was just one of the things. But I remember that day it was NIO. It was really hot. EV companies were really hot in that time. It was one of the nightmares. And again, you always come back to that break-even point. It's like, no, I want more. All right, so that's it. John, anything else from your side?
No, I'm just excited about
Give
tonight.
it a like, guys, to John. Sorry.
Yeah, throw me a like. I need it. I need the
emotional support.
Yeah.
Thanks again. So see you tonight at the webinar. I really appreciate that. And if you guys have any question about the bootcamp or funded account, just email me and I'll direct you through that. I really hope that most of you can come to Vancouver event. We have a TED event for 1 day and 2 days of conference we have. And the theme of the bootcamp is, the TEDx event is mental resilience and peak performance. And we want to tell you a story for the day that, how to go up, when stories of falling down and stories of coming back up, you're recovering from the big losses. So we want to walk you with the speakers, walk you through this journey of going up and going down. I think we have a really good speaker lineup, and I really hope that people would come. And I think that we haven't really officially opened it up, but I think the sign up is open. We want to have 20 tickets at the low cost for us, just to see I think it's Bearable Traders TEDx. Is that I think it's this one. Let me see the link. I'm gonna officially send a couple of newsletter, but I think it's this one. And if you want to bring a spouse or partner for our gala dinner, so the way it is, it's on Saturday. We start for the day. We end up with a socializing drink, and then we go for the gala dinner. And then the next day we start our conference on Sunday, and then Monday we start for live trading, and then finish it half day that it's over. So it's going to be a really, really good event, and I hope that we can get 250 people. That's a maximum cap. I hope we can get 250 people, which is about 15, 20 people our own team. And if we can get 220 people sign up, that would be very, very nice. Awesome. So tattoo, I have the tattoo. I'll show you. It hasn't been finished yet. So the design, I'll show it to you for the tattoo. All right, John, thanks again. And it was a great trading day. Nvidia is still driving people crazy. DJT is selling off really. Yeah, DJT is just, man, look at that. It went up to 43. I might actually do a recap for this big loss that I had. So I am, it's... Yeah, G-Prof. Yeah, the venue is the Paradox Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel in Vancouver. It's one of the best hotels in my opinion. And I think we got the deal for you if you sign up with them. It's like $150 USD. Like I think it's $200 Canadian or something. And end of the March, Vancouver is so beautiful. Like all these cherry blossoms are coming. I think it's my favorite time of the year of Vancouver. End of March is super beautiful, Vancouver. Like you can still ski in the in the deep powder, and then the city gets warm enough that you can go to the beach. Like these cherry blossoms are coming. Vancouver is super nice at the end of March, early April. I love that place. So yeah, I mean it's at Paradox Hotel. There's so many hotels are nearby. If you don't want to stay in Paradox, it's a 5-star hotel. There's so many hotels nearby at lower cost as well if you want to keep the cost down. Yeah, I can do the Whistler trip. I personally won't be able to do any Whistler trip because the team is coming. I think Thursday, and then we have all the speakers are coming. I want to take them to dinner and stuff. So I would be busy. But if you want to come a little bit earlier, go to Whistler or local mountains for skiing. It's really nice. So I think I highly recommend Whistler for people who come. It makes a really nice family event, in my opinion. And bring your spouse to our gala dinner as well. I like to have family. I like to see people. Can we stay in our apartment? I'm gonna invite a bunch of people to my apartment, but you can't stay in my apartment, no. Maybe you can come and trade in that. All right, so I think that's it. Brent, did we stop the YouTube or no?
No, we're still live. Just waiting for you to say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Well, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. And thanks for everybody who's supporting. I saw Oleg just sign up for our TEDx events. I really appreciate the sign up. We have 20 tickets at low price. And honestly, I'm not really making any money out of that. Like we really just want to, if we can take a break even, it would be really nice. One trader last year came to me, Andrew, like it was really nice dinner and everything. I said, Andrew, you got to charge us more. Like that kind of conferences, usually they charge more, but I just, you're my guest in my town. Like I want to treat you as much as possible. Obviously, we're going to charge you because there should be some sort of a commitment from you. But I loved you to come have a time. It's my town. Like I'm the king of Vancouver with my Lamborghini and tattoo. Come on, I'm going to treat you.
You should give ride-alongs away in your Lambo.
Yeah, we can do that. Actually, that's a very good idea. Maybe we can do that. Like if the first 20 people sign up, maybe I invite them and then do a drive Lambo. Actually, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
maybe
we can do like a draw.
I did a newsletter today. Yeah, I'll draw or invite you. Yeah, that would be really fun. I saw. I was in Atlanta. I saw Humble Trader Shay. She has a big YouTube channel, and I told her that come back. We do a Lambo drive. And we do a podcast together. So she's a very good friend of mine. So maybe we do something fun together with the Lambo. Yeah, she's very nice. Yeah. No, I got the Lambo, Hannah. She doesn't have the Lambo. She's making fun of me for having a Lambo. So TEDx is the first day, and then yes, there are 2 days of BBT conference. Yeah, she's really nice. She's such a nice girl too. Like we went with Mike to dinner in Atlanta together. I forgot to take pictures together, but yeah, she's also in Vancouver. She's a very nice girl. She's engaged now. I think she gets married next year. I invited her to come to our event, but I think she's in Taiwan next year for her wedding. So, yeah. Oh, don't mention that because she's also a very private person in her life. So I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, she's a very private person and she's very nice. So it's awesome. Alrighty, so perfect. So I see that actually 3-4 people came sign up. Lena just came. Gil's sign up. Thanks. Like I asked Lena to also maybe give a TED talk, and she's thinking about it. Lena is really interesting. She's a single mom, and going through a very difficult, stage of life. So I like to hear her story and how trading actually helped her to. If anyone can want to talk about the mental resilience, my Lena would be. So it would be very, very nice. Thanks for I see that the actual sign up coming though. Thanks guys. Thanks Thomas, Wesley. Thanks for signing up. Really appreciate Gills for the support. Mike, I think we're gonna get a really good group of people signing up. That's awesome. And Mike has spent a lot of time and energy on the TEDx, was organizing everything, and I drive Mike crazy because I have the idea. I'm the idea person. Mike is the execution. Like I always have these crazy ideas and say, throw it at Mike and say, "Oh fuck, I need to handle this guy." uh,
I think it's almost 11, so we should say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye to YouTube guys. Thank you. So I appreciate the support. Tomorrow we're gonna give a laptop away. Really appreciate the support, guys, and all the best, guys. Laptop tomorrow. Ben stock laptop tomorrow. Appreciate the support, and yeah, I might actually do a recap today because it's very interesting to go through this experience. And yeah, all the best, guys. Ciao. I'm coming back to YouTube. Thanks, Brent, for everything.